Hello, everyone. I have some questions. Follow me to solve these questions together. Factor completely x cubed minus 5x squared plus 4x, just to take x a common factor. You have x squared minus 5x plus 4. And after that, just write x and double parentheses, x squared is x and x. Therefore, you will factor it as 1 times 4. The sum I need to be -5, so make it -1 times -4. This is the answer. Given the equation, quadratic equation, find the value of k for which the equation has two distinct tree roots. Two distinct tree roots means the delta is positive. So the b squared minus 4ac discriminant must be bigger than 0. So the b here is k plus 1 all squared. Okay. Minus 4 times 1 times 1, the a and c is bigger than 0. To solve this question, simply x plus 1 all squared is bigger than 4. This really, when you solve it, it's x plus 1 may be bigger than 2, the square root of 4, or maybe, here, I can write it here, or x plus 1 smaller than -2, okay? So solution of this one is x is smaller than -3, or x is bigger than -1 minus 1 is bigger than 1. So x bigger than 1 and x less than -3, okay? These are the values of, that makes the value of k, sorry, this is k. The value of k that makes the equation has two distinct tree roots or two different tree roots. This is number 1. Number 2 here, the equation has two equal tree roots. Two equal tree roots means the delta is equal to 0. Delta is equal to 0, and instead of this bigger than will be 0, so the value of k will be exactly -3 or k exactly 1, okay? And number 3, for the equation to have no real roots, here, look, this is the number line for the values, -3 and 1. At this interval, the equation has, this is I, the two different real roots. And at these points exactly, the equation has equal real roots, or double real root. And the interval between -3 and 1, the equation has no real roots. This is the answer of number 3. The equation has no real roots. So the k in this case lies between -3 and 1. Thank you. This is the answer. Okay. Number 2, given that g of x is this function and x is positive, bigger than or equal 0, express g of x in the form. This is complete square, one of the easiest way, x squared minus 8x plus 25. Just complete square by writing x minus half at the same sign, of course, and 8 it's a half, it's 4 all squared, minus this number squared, this 4 squared is 60. Continue writing the expression plus 25. So x minus 4 all squared plus 25 minus 16 is 9. Okay, this is a complete square form. So by comparing with x minus a all squared plus b, you can get simply a is 4 and b is 9. Okay, this is the value of a and b. Sketch the graph. Now, this is complete square form is called vertex form. Vertex form now of the quadratic equation x minus 4 all squared plus 9 tells us the vertex of this parabola is 4 and 9. So just you can draw first the quadrant, consider this is 4, consider this is 9. This point is a vertex. The parabola, because x squared is positive, it's open curve, open upward like this one. Okay. Cut y-axis at some point here. The y-intercept is a fixed term or constant term 25. This term is 25, the point that exists when x equals 0. To find the y-intercept, to put x equals 0, so 0 minus 8 and 0 plus 25 gives you 25. This is a sketch of the graph. Number C, find the x-coordinate of the points of intersection of the y equals 50 with the g of x. G of x in the complete square form that we solved now is x minus 4 all squared, okay, plus 9. You just make it equals 50, okay? So x minus 4 all squared, by subtracting 9 from each side, you have 41. So x minus 4 may be positive or negative root 41. Implies x has two values, 4 plus or minus square root of 41, and this is the exact value of x, where the function g intersect with the line y equals 50. Okay. Number 3, find the first 4 terms of the binomial expansion in ascending power of x. Just apply the formula you know or you studied. The first term is always 1. 1 raised to any power will be 1. Okay, plus 8c1 x over 3 plus 8c2 x over 3 squared plus 8c3 x over 3 power 3 plus and so on until the last term 8 over 3, sorry, x over 3 to the power of 8. X over 3 to the power of 8. I need only the first 4 terms. So you have 1 plus 8c1 is 8 times 3 is 8 over 3x. Okay. Plus 8c2 is first one here. 8c2 is 8 times 7 over 2 factorials into 1 over 9 x squared. Plus 8c3, 8 times 7 times 6 over 3 factorial into 1 over 27 dot x cubed. Only simplify these 4 terms and write the answer, okay? It's very easy. You can use a calculator or mentally you can solve. Use your expansion to estimate the value of 1.012 to the power of 8, giving your answer to 4 decimal places. The expansion I got here, I have to come back to this question and solve it to use the expansion to the first nearest first 4 terms. As you see here, 1 plus 8 over 3x plus 5 by 2, 1 divided by 2, 4. 4 times 7, 28. 28 over 9, x squared plus 3 factorial is 6, cancelled with 6. So you will have 7 times 8, 56 over 27, x to the power of 3 plus and so on. This expansion, I want to use it in this one. But here you have to find the value of x that you substitute here to get the value of 1.012 to the power of 8. So equate the base of the two, the binomial. You have 1 plus x over 3, just right? 1 plus x over 3 equated with 1.012. By subtracting 1 from each side, x over 3 is equal to 0.012. Multiplying each side by 3, x equals 0.036. So this is the value you will substitute with this value of x into the obtained expansion you got in A. So the value of 1.012 to the power of 8 will approximately equal, because I take only the first 4 terms, I ignore the rest of the expansion because it will be very small values will be neglected here. So 1 plus 8 thirds into the x, 0.036, okay, plus 28 over 9 into 0.036 squared plus 56 over 27 into 0.036 to the power of 3, just and so on. Just write these values and write the answer in comments. I can check your answer. Thank you so much. And write your answer giving to or to the nearest 4 decimal places. Number 4, find the first three terms in ascending powers of y of the binomial expansion one. That's very direct and very easy question. 1 plus ry to the power of 6 is simply 1 plus 6c1 ry plus 6c2 r squared y squared plus 6c3 r cubed y cubed and so on. This is first, oh, I wrote one more, no problem. So 1 plus 6 ry plus 6c2 is really 6 times 5 over 2 is 15 r squared y squared and so on. That's enough. Three terms here, mentioned three terms. The first three terms of the expansion, these terms really is 1 plus, this is corresponding parts or part of this one, 1 plus for 24y plus my squared. So equate the coefficient, the corresponding terms here. So you have the value of 6r is corresponding to 24. So 6r is 24 over 6 over 6 implies r is 4. And also the of course, y squared is the same, so the coefficient are the same. M will be the same as 15r squared. So 15, and we calculated r as 4 squared will be 16. 15 times 16 is, I think, 240. Yeah. So m equals 240. Okay. The first three terms are 124 with substance. Where m is constant, find the value of r. Yeah, in this part, I really calculate. This is the answer of this part. I really calculated the value of r to be 4 and the value of m is equal to 240. This part is equating the coefficient, the corresponding coefficient in this number, or B, letter B. 5a, find the coefficient of x power 4 and x power 5 in the expansion. To find this one easily, I can switch the 1 minus 3x to write it as negative 3x plus 1, no problem. Yes, to the power of 5. And start the first term will be negative 3x, okay, to the power of 5. This is the term of power x power 5 plus 5c1 negative 3x to the power of 4, okay, into, of course, 1 will not affect the answer. This is only the first two terms. But descending power of x to get x to the power of 4, x power of 5. I want the coefficient, so the answer is the coefficient are only the coefficient all every number except x power 4 itself and except x power 5. The x power 4 here is 5, c1, which is 5 times the negative 3 power 4, as you see, is negative I think 81. Okay. The coefficient only, I want the coefficient, and the coefficient of x power 5 is negative 3 to the power of 5. Again, the coefficient is 5 times 81, and negative 3 power 5 will be what? Negative 3 power 5 will be, this is 5, okay, 405, and this one is negative 243. Negative 243. These are the coefficient of x to the 4 and x to the 5 respectively. B, it's given that when 1 plus mx into 1 minus 2x to the power of 5 is expanded, there is no term in x to the power of 5. I mean, you will get 0x power 5, no term of the power of x power 5. Find the value of m. In this question is, you will multiply, okay? You will multiply the 1 plus mx, this is only binomial raised to the power of 1, into the expansion of 1 minus 2x to the power of 5, which is 1 plus 5c1, okay? 5c1 what? 5c1 is, I have to get an expansion of, I can get really the first two terms, I want to use this part I use. This is the same question. Yeah, the same question. No, it's a different, I'm sorry. That's the same question. So I can start, I want to get the x power 5. The x power 5, as you know, is coming from a term x power 5 times a number, okay? Or a term of x power 4 times something x. So I need 1 time term power 5. I switch only negative 2x like this, plus 1. Of course, I can commute in addition. Why I do this? It's easier to get the first term direct I want to look for. The first term here is negative 2x power 5. I need this one. Plus also I need the next one, which is 5c1 negative 2x to the power of 4 into 1, no problem. That and so on, and no need for the next remainder two terms. The x power 5 coming from 1 plus mx multiplying by this one is negative 2 to the power of 5 is what? Negative 2 to the power of 5 is negative 32, I think. You can check by calculator. 2 to the power of 5 is 32. Negative 32x to the power of 5, okay? Plus 5c1 is 5 times negative 2 power 4, which is 16. 5 times 16 is 80. Plus 80 x power 4, and so on. Look, this is the term now of x power 5. 1 times this, negative 32 x power 5, plus mx times this term, 80x to the power 4. So m 80 or 80m x to the power of 5 also. Look, x times x power 4 is x power 5. These are the two terms of x power 5. Now the coefficient of x power 5 simply is 80m minus 32. Now, no terms of x power 5, it means the coefficient of x power 5 must be 0. So 80m minus 32 is 0. 80m now is equal to 32. So m is simply 32 over 80. Divide by 8,4, divide by 810, or 2 over 5 in the simplest form. Okay? If you have any comment, just write in comments, I'll see and send you the answer. In the expansion of this, the coefficient of x is 10. Here, it's better to use the binomial expansion definition or the sigma notation for the binomial, as you will see now, to be x squared to the power of 5. Just write sigma from k equals 0, sorry, this power 5, to 5, okay? 5ck, okay? This is you can check the rule in your book. 5ck, the first term, 1 over bx to the power of the difference, a difference between 5 and k, this in general. And the second term is 2bx squared to the second term here of the combination k. This is the general form for all terms of the binomial expansion. The coefficient of x is 10. I try to find the coefficient. Where is the term including x now? The term including x means x to the power of 1. The term including x, how can you get it? Look at x only, right? This x, this 1 over x raised to a power 5 minus k, simply to write it x to the k minus 5. Yes, it's easy because this 1 over x is x power negative 1. Look, x power negative 1, and then multiply the inner power by the outer power will be x to the k minus 5, not 5 minus k. This time the other x here is 2k, as you see. This product must be x to the power of 1. I'm looking for the term that has x or x power 1. Yes? As you see, I look only for x. Don't take more calculation and take the other coefficient, no need. Now this x to the power 5, k minus 5 plus 2k, as you see here, 2k plus k, 3k minus 5 is the same as k to the power of 1. This implies that 3k minus 5 is equal to 1 and 3k is equal to 6, k is equal to 2. K, of course, is a whole number, positive integer. Now k is 2. Find the value of b. The value of b, if you want to find it, come now substitute with this expression. This is very important. Be careful, please. This is in expansion of the binomial in the summation notation or sigma notation. So that when k is equal to 2, the term is 5c2, okay? 1 over b, I don't know 1 over b, no problem. 1 over b to the power 5 minus 2 is 3, okay? And the 2b to the power of 2, okay? This coefficient is 10. This coefficient of 10. I substitute for every single number without x, because x already is calculated here, this part. So 5c2 is 5 times 4 over 2 is 10. This is really b power 3 times b power. You can solve it as many ways like this, into 4b squared is equal to 10. You can square, and this cancel b squared with one of these two b's. So 4 times 10 is 40 over b is equal to 10. So b simply is 4. Yes, 40 divided by 4 is 10. This is answer. Number 7 here, find the coefficient of x squared and x cubed in the expansion. Very simple also. Right, 1 minus 2x to the power of 8. The answer is, the first term is always 1 plus 8c1 into negative 2x plus 8c2 into negative 2x squared plus 8c3 into negative 2x to the power of 3. Don't forget, find the coefficient of x squared. I want this one, this coefficient, and this coefficient. So the coefficient answer, A, answer is coefficient of x squared, as you see, 8c2, 8 times 7 over 2 factorial times 4, this one. And the coefficient of x cubed is 83, 8 times 7 times 6 over 3 factorial into negative 8. Thank you. Calculate this one and the right answer. Very simple. Okay. B, find the coefficient of x cubed and the expansion of this one. X cubed also can be obtained by multiplying 2 by x cubed here and the 5x by x squared here. So I will get, already I have it. Already I have this one is the same. I can continue solving x and x cubed. Come to this part and continue to solve. Okay. This binomial, just continue 1 plus 8c1 is 8 times negative 2 is negative 16, negative 16x, okay, plus 8c2, 8 times 7 divided by 2 is 28 times 4 x squared, okay. And finally, this one, 8 times 3, 8 times 7 times 6 over 3 factorial, which is 56, 7 times 8 into negative 8, negative 2 power 3, negative 8. This is x cubed. That's enough. So 1 minus 16x plus 28 times 4 is 112, 112x squared, plus this is 56 times negative 8, 56 times 8 is 44. This value will be negative, okay, negative 448. Again, 7 times 8 times 8 is 448 round x power of 3. Find the coefficient of x cubed. Look at the x cubed. This is the expansion, okay? So the x cubed coming from, if you multiply this expansion by the first one in the question here, which is 2 plus 5x, the x cubed, as I told you, coming from the coefficient of x cubed is the x cubed coming from multiplying 2, this one, by the x cubed here, 2 times in negative 448. This is the first time, plus x cubed also coming from multiplying the 5x by the 112x squared. Yeah. So 5 times 112 is all coefficient of x cubed. Calculate this one, will be the answer. Thank you so much. Okay, this is the last question. Yeah, this is the last question. Oh, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe in the channel and share this video to your friends. Thank you so much. See you next time. Goodbye, my friends and my students.